Hi, I'm Caitlin, one of the youth librarians at Skokie Public Library, and joining me today is
Desi!
Today, we are excited to put on our physicist hats, or if you prefer, our Busiest hats.
Mom, what exactly is a fizzy hat?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Ta-da!
Ooh, I think I'd prefer the physicist hat.
Turns out there's no such thing, but that's okay, because we're not here to discuss what physicists wear. We're here to talk about what physicists do. Physicists study physics, so they study matter.
You mean everything around us, including us?
Yep. Matter is anything that has mass and takes up space, no matter how little. So they study matter, energy.
Energy is how things move.
And forces.
Like Star Wars, may the Force be with you.
Thanks. You too. But no, in this case, force is what happens when two objects interact with each other. Like this object hugging this object.
So, physicists kind of study everything.
They really do. They use math and science to explain why things do what they do. Make sense?
It seems like a lot, but it's probably pretty fun.
I agree. But you know what I always say.
An object at rest tends to stay at rest, and an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force.
No, you're confusing me with Sir Isaac Newton again.
Oh, right. The father of physics.
I can see how you would make that mistake. We both have amazing hair and spend all our time chasing after forces of nature.
But his laws of motion are more interesting than yours.
What, you don't like no jumping on the couch?
I mean, an object in motion likes to stay in motion, Mom.
Way to turn physics against me, man. All right, I'll give you that. Newton's first law of motion says an object at rest tends to stay at rest.
See, that explains why I don't like getting up in the morning.
And an object in motion tends to stay in motion.
Exactly. Unless acted upon by an outside force.
Wait a minute. In this scenario, am I the force?
Use the force.
Okay, let's look at that first law another way. Imagine a soccer ball laying in the middle of a field. An object at rest. It's going to stay that way until someone comes along and kicks it.
Oh yeah, and once it starts moving, it's going to keep moving until something stops it, like the back of a net.
Exactly. But you know what I have that Sir Isaac Newton didn't, that really would have driven his laws home?
A catchy song?
If you sing a catchy song?
You'll never get it wrong.
Huh. The wheels on the bus that go round and round will roll forever on the ground unless they hit a bump and run aground or drive into the ocean.
Or you could just use the brakes.
But if those wheels are standing still, they'll stay forever or else until something comes along and moves those wheels. That's Newton's law of motion.
And that brings us to our present. Today we are going to take a look at the forces of motion using homemade sidewalk paint.
Here's what we used. Water and cornstarch in equal parts and whatever color food dye you want. Mix it all up and you've got an easy, non-toxic sidewalk paint. Food dye will stick to your clothes though, so be careful.
For this project, you are going to need a paper cup or something you can poke holes in from the recycling, some string, a long stick, something to rest it on. We used 2 chairs.
Poke 2 holes in your cup, then thread a long string through it. Poke a hole in the bottom of the cup. Set up your 2 chairs, then prop the stick between them. Hang your cup from the middle of the stick, then fill it with paint. Pull it back and let it swing. Watch the designs the paint makes as it drips from the cup onto the sidewalk. This is called pendulum painting.
A pendulum is something that uses the forces of gravity to swing back and forth, like a swing.
Think about the ways you can change your paintings. What happens when you make the hole bigger or smaller? What if you swing it in a circle? Does speed make a difference? Talk to your friend or a grown-up about what you see.
That's physics, right? making observations about things around us and figuring out why they do what they do.
Yeah, that's right. So thanks for putting on your physicist hats with us today, science friends. We will see you next time. Until then, keep moving. Bye.